Hello everyone. I am Javis Singh, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Department and Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Now we have discussed about the subject C8395 Strength of Material for Mechanical Engineers. The course outcome of the in this unit we have discussed about the fourth unit. So the course outcome of the fourth unit after successful completion of the student should be able to apply the stress distribution of shear and bending in various sections of beam. The knowledge level of the in this unit is K3. So fourth unit we have based on the deflection of beam topic. So deflection of the beam, it is the study of deflection of beam from its original position when it is subjected to external point load or UDL. So listen, you can see this the beam is simply supported beam. Two ends are supported, so that beam is called simply supported beam. The point load will be applied. So the point load will be applied on center. So what happened? So you can see the second diagram. The point load will W will be acted. The simply supported will be the curve will be formed. That curve is called deflection. We called the symbol of Y. So the formula for radius of curvature is given by M divided by I is equal to E divided by R. So the bending of beam is circular bend or circular arc. So you can listen. You can see this the second diagram. The dot line will be form a circular arc. So that is the bending of beam. So the R is equal to EI divided by M is equal to constant. Next, we have study about the relationship between curvature, slope, and deflection. So first of all, deflection is equal to y. Slope is equal to dy by dx. Bending moment is equal to ei d square y by dx square. CFO is equal to ei d cube y divided by dx cube. The rate of loading is equal to ei d raised to 4 y divided by dx raised to 4. The listen, the bending moment will be you have integrating, you got the slope. The slope will be again integrating, you got a deflection. So that method is the double integration method. So the integration, you have bending moment integrating one time, you got a slope dy by dx. Again you have integrated the slope, you got the deflection y. So the method of determining slope and deflection. So three method will be you have using. First one, double integration method. Second one, moment area method. Third one, Macaulay's method. So three different type of diagram will be there. Listen, the three beam will be a simply supported beam. The load will be differently acted. The first diagram we have point load will be acted. Second diagram, UDL load will be acted. Third diagram, several load, the UDL and point load will be acted. So you can see this, the first two method, double integration method and movement area method, used single point load or UDL for entering section. So the two method will be you are using the two diagrams, point load and UDL load separately applied the beam. So the you have see this type of load will be applied, the two point load and UDL load will be separately applied the beam. You are using two method, double integration method and movement area method. That will be we have mentioned used for single point load or UDL for entering section. The next Macaulay method used for several load. The third diagram will be you can see this. The mixed loader will be acted. The point load and UDL load will be acting on the beam. So that type of beam we have using the Macaulay's method we have used to solve the problems. Next, think to remember simply supported beam. So we are remembering the that points are the line drawn tangent on the curve from a slope dy by dx or dA theta a or theta b. So you can see this the diagram. The tangential line will be drawn. So the beam AB, the tangential line that will be drawn. So listen, B will be a tangential line will be drawn, touched with the curve y, bending moment curve y. We got tangential line will be drawn. So you can see this the angle between A point we got theta A will be mentioned. Then B we got mentioned the theta B. So the theta will be reflected with the x point. We got take it the theta x. Okay. So listen, I will read the second point. A vertical distance displacement by the beam when it is loaded is called deflection. Y. Third point, throw out is unit. The movement is to be taken from the left hand side to right hand side. Left hand side to right hand side. And assume clockwise movement as positive. Assume clockwise movement as positive. Boundary condition. First point for slope for deflection. First point for slope and deflection. For slope, when x equal to 0, slope dy by dx is maximum. So again we go apply the x equal to L. So the total distance is L. So when x equal to L, the slope dy by dx is maximum. Next we go apply the x equal to L by 2. The L by 2 distance is distance between W and B or W and A. So that is the distance L by 2. When we go apply x equal to L by 2, the slope dy by dx is 0. Next we go apply for the deflection. So when x equal to 0, deflection y is equal to 0. When x equal to L, deflection y is equal to 0. When x equal to L by 2, deflection y is equal to maximum. So that will be explained. Already we have explained. So we have mentioned the for the slope, the x equal to 0, slope will be dy by dx maximum. When x equal to L, the slope dy by dx maximum. When x equal to L by 2, the slope dy by dx is 0. So next we have you see about the double integration method. Question: derive the expression for finding slope and deflection for a simply supported beam having point load at the center by double integration method. Also find the maximum slope and deflection. Also find the maximum slope and deflection. So listen, that is the diagram. So simply supported beam A and B, the W load will be point load will be acted. The distance between load and B, L by 2. So total distance is L. You can see the second diagram. You can see this the second diagram. A and B is the distance between the beam. W point load will be acted. The X distance will be acted. So you can see the dot line, that is the X distance, that is the maximum deflection will be found out the that point. So we have follow the 7 steps in the double integration method. So you can see this. Step 1, find the reaction force for the beam given in the problem. Second step, calculate the bending moment at the section X from the support A. Step 3, equate the bending moment relation m is equal to EA d square y by dx square to the calculated bending moment. Step 4, integrate the equation one time to the get the slope. The integration constant has to be determined using boundary condition. Step 5, integrate one more time you get deflection. Apply the boundary condition to find the integration constant. Step 6. The equation obtained in step 4 and 5 gives the equation for slope and deflection at any point x. Step 7. Determine the maximum slope and deflection from the equation using boundary condition. So this one, the first of all we go find out the reaction force. Step 1. So RA plus RB is equal to W. RA plus RB is equal to W. So reaction force, 2 points are there, reaction force RA and RB. So RA plus RB is equal to W. Only for point load will be acted. So load W. Taking moment at A point. Taking moment at A point. So what happened? RB into L is equal to W into L by 2. RB into L is equal to W into L by 2. So RB is equal to W by 2 and RA is equal to W by 2. So we go find out the reaction force RA and RB. Next, bending moment at section X from the left support A. So M RA into X, that is the distance of we will find out. So reaction force RA into distance X is equal to WX divided by 2. So we know that the bending moment is given by M is equal to EI d square y by dx square. EI d square y by dx square. So equating above two equation, we get EI d square y by dx square is equal to Wx divided by 2. So integrate on both sides. Integrates on both sides. So EI dy by dx. So integrating this term, we got the simplify the EI dy by dx. The square will be cancelled. Dy by dx equal to W by 2 x square divided by 2 plus C1, where C1 is called integrating constant. Where C1 is called integrating constant. To find C1, apply the boundary condition when x is equal to L by 2, slope is equal to 0. So EI into 0 is equal to W by 2, L divided by 2 the whole power square divided by 2 plus C1, equation number 1. So we got the C1 is equal to minus W L square divided by 16, minus W C1 is equal to minus W L square divided by 16. So equation 1 becomes EI dy by dx is equal to W by 2 x square divided by 2 plus C1. X square plus C1. So next listen, equation 1 becomes EI dy by dx equal to Wx square divided by 4 minus WL square divided by 16. EI dy by dx equal to Wx square by 4 minus WL square by 16. So next we go apply the EI dy by dx equal to Vx square by 4 minus WL square by 16, equation number 2. So integrating the equation 2, EI y is equal to Wx cube divided by 4 into 3 minus WL square divided by 16x plus C2, where C2 is called integrating constant. So find C2, apply the boundary condition when x equal to 0, deflection y is equal to 0. So we got apply that boundary condition in this equation. So we got EI into 0 is equal to W0 cube divided by 4 into 3 minus WL square divided by 16, 0 plus C2. So C2 is equal to 0. So we go find out the C2 value. C2 is equal to 0. Therefore, the equating the deflection at any point x is given by EI y is equal to Wx cube divided by 12 minus WL square divided by 16x, that is equation number 3. To find the maximum slope and deflection. Next we will find out the maximum slope and deflection. So first of all, maximum slope. To find the maximum slope, apply the boundary condition when x is equal to 0, dy by dx equal to maximum. Therefore, the equation 2 becomes EI dy by dx equal to wx square divided by 4 minus wl square divided by 16. Equation number 2. Substitute x equal to 0. So what will get? Ei dy by dx equal to the w into 0, the whole term will be 0, minus wl square by 16, minus wl square by 16. So theta is equal to dy by dx equal to maximum wl square divided by 16 ei. So listen, we have neglecting the minus value for slope a. Slope at a, that is a positive. So we have neglect the slope value of minus w l square by 16 divided by ei. That is the value. Next, find the deflection, maximum deflection. Apply the boundary condition when x equal to L by 2, y is equal to maximum. X equal to L by 2, y is equal to maximum. Therefore, equation 3 become EI into y is equal to wx cube divided by 12 minus wl square by 16 x. Substitute x equal to L by 2. We get EI y is equal to w L by 2 whole power cube divided by 12 minus wl square divided by 16 L by 2. Therefore, the maximum deflection y max equal to wl cube divided by 48 ei. That is the maximum deflection y max equal to wl cube divided by 48 ei. Thank you.